Welcome back. It is Friday night, which means it is time to introduce you to our New Yorker of the Week. We met her first 2 years ago, trying to help Brooklyn teens avoid jail time using art. Since then, she's helped dozens of other young New Yorkers. Take a look.
This is New Yorker of the Week.
That describes your main strength.
On this day, these Brooklyn teenagers are combining their photos with images of animals. It's all part of Rachel Barnard's program that merges creativity with the criminal justice system.
Art is an incredible tool for young people to have access to issues that they need to talk about that they might not be able to otherwise.
So Rachel helped create that space 2 years ago. She co-founded Young New Yorkers, a court-approved alternative to incarceration. 16 or 17-year-olds who are charged as adults for misdemeanors are sentenced to an art-enriched program.
It gives the criminal justice system a chance to re-meet these kids as amazing, accomplished young people with a tremendous vision for their community's future.
Who is an everyday hero and why?
Young New Yorkers recently expanded to include a voluntary workshop in Brownsville. These students draw inspiration to tackle issues affecting their community.
I thought we can use art to be able to eliminate gun violence in Brownsville. Like show pieces of art that inspire people that gun violence isn't the answer.
Something that motivates people, like give them courage to believe in their neighborhood.
The program also helps teens envision a brighter future for themselves.
She helps me be a stronger person, and she makes me want to keep my head up and continue in life. It feels like I'm not alone no more.
All of our young people left realizing that they had a tremendous amount of worth, and that worth could be used in their communities, in their lives.
Rachel hopes these transformations put a human face on the criminal justice system.
The way that I see them is as brave-hearted, gorgeous-hearted, young, wonderful people. They're just like any other teenager. They need guidance. They deserve second chances.
And so, for guiding teens to express themselves through art, Rachel Barnard is our New Yorker of the Week. Joining us now in our studio is our New Yorker of the Week, Rachel Barnard. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
The timing of this is not planned. This happens to be the week we decided to honor you, and that's been our topic all week. I want to start by making sure that our viewers understand there's a big difference between misdemeanors and violent felonies, which we've been talking about all week. Give us a sense of what crimes these teenagers have committed. These are misdemeanors.
Yes, in the current program it's all voluntary, but in the court-mandated programs it's all misdemeanors. So it might be jumping the turnstile a couple of times, it might be graffiti charge, things like that. Very low-level crimes, but it still has them court-involved.
Yeah, and how do they come to you? They're convicted of a misdemeanor and the judge sends them your way? That's right. I'm in court when they're sentenced, and the district attorney will literally go, I think this is a candidate for your program. I will interview the participant, and then on agreement with the clients and so on, they'll be sentenced to Young New Yorkers. What were the alternatives? What would they be sentenced to? It's less than a year in jail at the maximum for a misdemeanor. Right, right. In a few cases, they may have served 3 months in jail. Mostly it's lengthy community service, so picking up trash, which doesn't really provide any life lessons, let's say. Let's talk about that moment when they come to your first day, the first day of their program. Are they, hesitant, skeptical? Are they thankful? What's their mindset when they first enter the room? Thankful is optimistic. I think a lot of them are scared. It's overwhelming to be court involved, particularly at that age. I think if any of us, even as adults, were to go through the system, it would be very scary. We don't know what exactly is going to happen. And so they're either shy or they may be fronting, so being overly confident or so on. And the first classroom is really just about using video camera exercises to quickly break the ice and have everyone be connected, that we're here as a team, like what are our strengths as a team, and then also, why are we here? What choice did we make that had us be here, and what are we out to achieve over the next 8 weeks to take account for our actions and move forward? And what changes do you see in these 16 and 17-year-olds, and how fast do you see them? I would say fairly fast, because
I wouldn't say it's a change per se. It might be a change in attitude when they're in the class, but they all have that fundamental inspiration or human quality of being a contribution. But their attitude in class changes fairly quickly. They start to have fun, and they also start to hold each other to account. So we might have a circle check-in, and one person might say, this happened for me this week, and the other people might be like, hey, you're not thinking about your future, and are you going to be in the community or not? And I don't want you to be one of the people that are going away all the time, and this is the impact it has. And then they move into the final part of the program where they're actually creating a future for themselves and their community. And so they become leaders, they experience what it is to be a contribution, they become very excited that the exhibition is going to be their exhibition. Nobody else talks, but they talk, they greet everyone that comes, they host. It's wonderful, it's remarkable, and it's good for everyone, especially the people that attend.
And I'm going to guess good for you too. During the piece you said, oh, my sweetie pies, there are my babies. What are you getting out of this?
It's tremendously fulfilling. It's fulfilling because I think a lot of people don't see the kids as young New Yorkers, they see them as those kids. And it's great to remind everyone, know that these are our kids too. So it's wonderful, and I adore them, and I'm inspired by them, you know, every time that I'm with them. Sometimes they do drive me crazy, but in the best possible way.
They're probably all watching tonight, and maybe some would agree with you. But most importantly, they'll thank you, Rachel, like we're thanking you tonight.
Oh, thank you. I really am moved.
Well, let's get that website up. We're happy to have you here. Rachel Barnard from Young New Yorkers. For more information about the group, you can visit the website, youngnewyorkers.org. And of course, if you know someone who would make a good New Yorker of the Week, write to us at New Yorker of the Week, 75 9th Avenue. We're on the 6th floor, New York, 10011. Or you can email us at nyer@ny1.com.